Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we have a 2008, it's a Mazda 3. We need to replace the headlight assembly with a new complete assembly. What happens is the projection part of it fails internally and it doesn't project the light down the road. So what we need to do is remove the bumper cover so we can gain access to the screws that actually hold the assembly to the car itself. Sounds complicated, but come along, you'll see how easy it actually really is to do this job. Basically, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be removing the screws inside the fender over here. So let me grab some tools and we'll come right back. Okay, first thing we're going to remove is we're going to take out these bolts on the inside of the by the wheel well here. We'll take out this bolt and this bolt here, and then we're going to remove this cover here. We're going to go underneath the car itself, and we're going to remove all of these 10mm bolts that you see, or 8mm bolts I should say, that hold it up in place here. We're going to remove all of them, and then we're going to go around to the other side of the car itself, and the same thing. We're going to remove the bolts for here and here, and we'll open this up here. So let me get started, and we'll get right back. We're just going to take out the screws in here, unscrew the center screw out of it. They're made of plastic, so you need to be careful you don't break them. Unscrew them very gently, take them out. You just get behind a little flat blade screwdriver, and you pull out. The clips like that. We're going to go around to the other side and do the exact same thing. And then what we're going to do is underneath the bottom of the bumper itself, there's a bunch of little screws underneath here, like 8mm screws. We're going to remove all of these screws and remove that portion of the bumper cover. So let me get started on that. Okay, once we got all the bolts out down on the bottom, we're going to come in the front here, and we're going to disconnect the rest of the items in the front of the bumper to get the bumper cover off. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take out the screws up inside here, here and here, and we'll move it forward a little bit. Just unscrew the Phillips head screws out of here. This one is missing a clip right there already. We'll take this clip out right here. Another Phillips head screw. We're going to unscrew the plastic insert. The plastic screw comes out, and then we're going to pop the outside plastic clip off of it. We'll take these out. And then pretty much the bumper is ready to come off. Just pry it out on one side, pry out a little bit on the other side. And there's two little clips down inside here that need to be removed in order to get the bumper out. You can see right down inside here. This clip here, you just have to lift it up. Same thing on the other side right here. You just lift it up, and then the bumper should slide right out. And the same thing here. Slides forward a little bit. The bumper cover is out of the way, and now I'm going to pull the other side off, and then we'll take the headlight out. about as far as we're going to go, because we need to just take the light itself out. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Basically what we're going to be doing is removing the 10mm bolt here, and we probably have one more underneath here. I'm going to show you how it goes. This must have been an accident at one time, because somebody has a nut underneath the bottom of it. And we're going to unscrew right up inside here. There's a screw right there we have to take off. Take this up and out. And again, we need to take that plastic clip out. The way you do that is just pry underneath it. We need to reuse these pieces here. That's the clip that we took out. And this right inside here. Alright, so we have that out. This one's coming out. We're going to remove one more. Down inside here. Down in the front. Right over here, there's another 10mm bolt. Right inside there. Right here. So we'll take that out and we'll pull it up out of the way, and there should be one more on this side over here, and we should be able to pull it forward. So let me take that out and I'll show you how it goes. Headlight comes forward, and you can unplug your harness in the back over here. And the way you unplug the harness is this one here. The bulb was actually hanging out, I guess. This one, you just push this pin in, and you turn it, and you remove the light bulb from the car. That's it, and then the headlight is pretty much out. Remove the headlight assembly, and we can replace it with the new one then. Okay, before you put the new headlight assembly back in the car, I just want to show you how the light bulbs go in. You take the bulb, don't touch the filament of the bulb. The bulb pretty much goes in only one direction. It slides in like that. You push the bulb in and you turn it and it locks into position where it's supposed to be, and that's it. Then you take your other replacement bulb for your low beam, and there's only one way that the low beam goes in. It fits into that groove right there. So this notch right here on the light bulb fits into that groove right in there. And there's only one way it can go. Just put it in like that. You put your clip down over here, and then that little lock tab goes down underneath that little metal clip that you see sticking out on the side. You push it down and it pushes right underneath that lock tab like that, and that's in the way it's supposed to be. And this has a little rubber seal that goes over the top of it, and it just pushes right over the top of the bulb. Like that. And this one, for some reason, somebody left it off. I don't know why, but they left it off. And this one we'll put on as soon as we get it back up into the car here. I'll show you. And this is the other bulb that goes in there too. Only fits in one direction. And you'll know when you turn it, you'll feel it slide in. And then you just turn it, and it locks right into position. All right, now we'll put the headlight back in the car, and we'll see how it goes. The way you put the headlight back in is just reinstall it the way you took it out. Basically, what you're going to do, just going to lay the headlight in here. I'm going to plug our lights back in. Alright, so we just slid the light back in. We attached the plugs in the back of the light itself down here. Plugged it back in. Plug this one here back in. We plug that one back in, and then we're going to reattach the bolts here and here, here, and over here. So let me just start on that. Catch the bolts in there. We're not going to tighten anything tight. Everything is just going to go in just to catch it a couple of threads till we get everything caught. And then once we get everything caught, then we'll tighten it back up. So we have this one in, we have the other one in. I'm going to catch the one on the side right here. Now that we have everything caught, we can tighten everything up. We're always screwing into plastic, so don't go too tight. Just snug is good. last thing we're going to do is we're going to reattach that one clip up in the front here, and we just push it back in place. That's it. That one headlight is done. Now we're going to go over to the other side, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to do the second line now, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to take out all the 10mm bolts. You'll see there's a couple that you can see, and a couple that you can't see. Alright, this one, we're going to remove one in the front. Down the bottom right here. Another 10mm, just don't screw that out there. We got one more down underneath the bumper over here. And the last one we're going to take off is a Phillips head. Last one we're going to take off is this Phillips head screw right here. It's only made of plastic. I'm going to need to reuse this again, so don't lose it. Now what you do is you take this little piece right up here and you pop this clip out, because we're going to need to reuse this clip also. That comes right out. That light is ready to come right out. Just pull it forward, and you can unplug everything in the back of it. Let me show you. Pull the light forward so you can see it, and there's a little pin right here. You just push that little pin in. Sometimes they're stuck. Pull that pin right out. Same thing back here. We're going to unplug this. You squeeze these two pieces together. Oh, somebody left the light bulb loose. Let's take the whole thing out because they left the clip loose. Just plug it. We'll put you down for a second. Same thing down here. There's a little piece on the side here. You just push that in, and you can pull that right out. Take the headlight out. We're going to need to use this light over, so we just turn it sideways, and it comes right out to be reused. And the same thing on this one here. We're going to turn this, and this comes right out also. Okay, now before we put the lens back into the car itself, we're going to put these bulbs in. This one here, just turn it, put it in there, it locks right in place. This one here only goes in one way, and if you're not sure, just turn it and put it in until it, turn it and lock it into position. This one here, we're going to install this light here. Try not to touch the filament. There's only one way that this bulb can go in there. And there's a little groove right here that it fits into. Direction. Push it in there. And then you just push this piece over the top. And this little clip locks. I'll show you in a second. This little clip locks over the top. Let me just get a light in here and I'll show you. See? That little clip locks in over the top of it right there. Alright? Alright, then we're just going to put our light back in. We get a little bit of foam, stick it in there. Just put the clips back in place to hold it in the top of that fender. Push your pins back in, and then you can catch all of your 10mm bolts. Screw them in, don't tighten them in all the way. You're just going to get them caught. And then once you catch them all, then you can tighten it in. Once you have all the bolts to it, then you can go ahead and tighten everything up. We're going to tighten up some 10mm bolt in the front here. That's all tight. Now I'll show you how to put the bumper cover back on. Alright, to get the bumper cover back on, you just lift the bumper back into position, slide it back into where it came from, grab this side here, lift it back into where it belongs, snap it right in on one side. You come around the other side and you lift that up, and the same thing, you just snap it back into where it belongs. Once you have the clips back in place where they belong, you can put the bolts back up in the front here and reattach it. And reattach the screws up in the top right here, up on the top of the bumper cover in position. Same thing on this side here, just push the bumper cover until the screws line up, and you can screw it back in. And once they're in, then we're going to lift it back up and put the bolts in the bottom. I'll show you how that goes. Okay, now that we got the top of the bumper reconnected, we're going to come underneath the bottom over here. And we remember underneath the bottom right here, we took out like a little 8mm screw. We're going to put that screw in first, and then we're going to reconnect these. So I'll show you how that goes. Here, and you put the screw right up there, and you just turn it all the way in. Now, reattach this. You take these pins and slide them back in there. And just push these pins right through the center, and it locks it in place. This is pushed in behind it where it belongs. That's it. We'll go around the other side and reconnect that, and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, now that we got all the screws in through the bottom, everything's in the bottom, all the bolts are up in the top up here, everything is screwed in the way it's supposed to be. Make sure your fender lines up with your front bumper correctly, and that's it. So not as bad as you thought it would be. Alright, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.